So when we are making our sets, there is other factor which we have to consider. The first thing, you have to turn the material to the wrong side when we are drafting. And then if your material is not square, make sure that you get your ruler and you square it. So I'll pick the ruler and I make sure that my material is squared when I'm drafting. So the other things which we are going to do. Now we are going to fold the facing. You know we are going to put the buttons in front. So we shall fold 1.5 inches for facing. So you have to measure 1.5 inches. We pick our pin. We pin it. Like this. Also pick another pin. Put the other side. So we have already folded our facing. Then the next step, we are going to measure. Now we are going to use 24 as our full length. We measure 24, we mark. And then we square 24 across, we mark. Get the ruler, make the straight line. So after that, we are going to add our aiming allowance, which is 1.5 inches. We mark, we make the straight line. So we have already done with our full length. Now, we are going now to measure the X back. But before we measure X back, we have to measure what we call the fitting line. This fitting line, you divide 1.5 into 2. Which is 3/4. You make your straight line. So this is where our measurement will start from. Now, after getting our fitting line, we are going to measure the X back. So we are going to use 14 as our X back. So 14 we are going to divide by 2, which is 7. Then you put your 7 from fitting line. Then you add a 1/2 inch. Now, to get the chest line we are going to, the same measurement from our X back, we are going to transfer it down. We mark 7.5. This side also 7.5. Pick the ruler and we make the straight line. Now, after squaring that, we also have to square this 7.5 down from the chest line. Then a mark. Make our line. Now, so after this one, we are going to make now the chest. Our chest is 34. 34 we are going to divide by 4. 34 by 4. We can use by folding our tape measure to make it simple for us. Now, you measure 8.5. So this 8.5, you mark. After marking, you add 1.5 as our allowance. This one we call it the inlays. So when the material is small, when the horn is put on, we can reduce or adjust from that 1.5. So after that, we can pick our curve. For curving the armhole. Okay, we have done that. So we are now going to square the chest line up to down. So we measure the same distance from here up to this point. We transfer it down. We square it. So after squaring, we produce the line. Okay, so after that, you know, with our body, it is not straight. It is in a curved form. So we have to curve it to follow the shape of the body. So what we do, we measure the same distance from this point up to here. We divide by 2. Then we mark. After marking, we come inside by 3/4 inch. So after coming inside, you reduce by making a line. Okay. After that, we are now going to finish by the neck. Now with the neck, we are going to measure 2.5 inches from the fitting line. We mark. Then we also come down by 2.5 inches. Then we pick our ruler, our curve for curving the neck. Like this. And then from the shoulder, we are going to reduce by 3/4 inch. You know the shoulder is not square. You also have to reduce to follow the shape of the body. So this is how we can draft the front part of the shirt.